Welcome along then, it is Saturday and stay right here if you want to get some tips for your opening and final round, because we're going to run through the first 4 races today and hopefully you will get some hints and tips as to how you should attack your opening round. Remember, as always, comment down below how many points you got and whether or not you are happy with it. So what are we running? We have got Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez on board today. And this is the car setup as well. 127 over 194. Cornering is key. That is absolutely crucial. As you just saw, it is Carlos Sainz, Logan Sargent and Horizon. All 25% stat boosted. So massive stat increase. How do we get on? If you haven't seen in qualifying, spoiler alert, we scored 181 points. Very, very good round. And we're going to try and do the same again, maybe today. So let's go with race number 1 already, straight into it. It's coming from Bahrain. So let's get ready to rumble. Let's see if we can get some big points. And of course, next week is the return of the Formula 1 season in Bahrain. We will be live for a watch along at qualifying and the race. So make sure to come and join us. We'll be live. Better get in here. But it looks a decent, promising start here. Carlos Sainz P7, Perez P13. We are going to go onto the soft tyres. And I am just going to run something that's probably a little bit more like ballast. Perez, I am going to go on to Sa. And this is going to be an attack of, can we get 47? We're in decent positions. It's going to be a 2-stop and a 1-stop. But let's see if we can get the job done in race number 1. So real player, should be fun. So can we get it? That's what we need. We need a massive start as well. Rivals using boosts, Kawaii boost. I wish I had that because it is a fantastic boost. And we race away. We have got Carlos Sainz, currently P7. He hasn't made up massive ground actually. He goes to the outside now. And it's a bit of a carnage out there, but we managed to scrape through as we go pretty much on board as close as we can get. And we're doing okay at the minute. We are through and through. P5 into P4. And we're in P4 and P6. That is a very good start. And hopefully that can get better as we look to save some power unit now. Norris ahead of us. And just gonna conserve all the time. I'm sure Carlos Sainz is wow clear out front. Wow, he is motored so far. And we're under a bit of pressure from Perez. We'll try and close that gap. Past Norris. There you go, into P3. So good move. And we've got Max Verstappen now right ahead of us in P2. And a bit of slipstream. We're through into P2. Come on. Where is Carlos Sainz? He is absolutely bolted out front on what is probably the soft tyres. Perez around the final corner. Sitting just behind Perez and Norris. We're going to try and make a move, and we do into P5. So good overtake. Slowly moving through. Can we just push past Norris now? And I think we can. Nice and easy. So up to P4. We can just see Carlos Sainz in the distance as we go and try and hunt him down. Perez doing the 1-stop and it's Leclerc. I didn't realise it's actually Charles Leclerc out front who is absolutely flying at the moment. As we come out the final corner and Perez will come back for medium tyres. Come on, what can we do? Here comes Sainz. Should get a good exit based on the pit exit at this game. And we are currently through. We're going to get past their Sainz in P6. So we're just trying to pass. And now we do. There's Leclerc. So really, we've got to get on board with Leclerc here. And we are just sitting behind him. Where is he? He's on medium tyres. Medium tyres for Charles Leclerc. As we get, nearly past Ocon. Perez is right behind Verstappen though. We'll push him out of the corner. See if we can push Sainz. See if we can just get past. And now we are on the back of Charles Leclerc. We move up into P4. Just trying to get past here. And it's a bit difficult strategies at the moment. There's a few cars on different strategies. Perez now trying to, on the 1-stop, come back out and be attacking. It must be Verstappen on the hards. Yes, it is. But it's 10.8 seconds to Perez, so Perez needs to close the gap a little bit on these mediums. So maybe we'll just push a little bit more than we would like here. We've still got another pit stop with Sainz to do as well, remember. But Sainz goes down the straight. And I think Perez is going to jump ahead, so that's what we need. And yes, he is. He's up to P4. Anybody else to pit ahead of us? Yes, everybody is going to pit ahead of us, Perez. We could take P1 and P2 in our first race. That would be fantastic. Can we just close it, though? Got to get the job done here. And we're going to take no servicing either to try and help that. Sainz will come in. Nice quick pit stop. Should get out in time. Can we get ahead of Perez? Not quite. But down the straight we go. Sainz coming back out as well. Into the first corner. No moves just yet. But these two leaders should be pitting this lap. So we should be okay for a massive 47 in this race. Who have we got behind us? It's Max Verstappen on the mediums. But he's not close enough. And you can see we are now all over the back of the cars ahead. So we could be on for 47. Unless Max Verstappen has something else to play with here. Has he got anything left up his sleeve? As these pit then. And we will take over into the lead. It's P1 for Perez. P2 for Sainz. And we should be able to see this out. Rival has got himself up to P12 and P18 at the moment. And it is a real player as well. A bit hurt by the matchmaking, I must say. A little bit unfair on the rival. But we're not going to complain ourselves. And it looks like it's going to be a very, very solid start to the opening round. It's going to be a massive 47 points. That is what we needed. That is what we need. Every point counts. We've got a strong chance of scoring some decent points. The aim this week is probably going to be 350. But we've got Monza, have we, I think? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what we could score, but maybe 330 is the target, potentially. So, let's show you what the rival was running. It was a 1393 team score for the rival, so a little bit unfair. Level 7 Leclerc, level 7 Alonso, and the car was very balanced. So, again, needs more cornering. But let's get into race number 2. A decent matchup. It is a 1380 against our team score and car. So we should hopefully start higher up on the grid again. And at Monza, it is a very, very difficult track. So we need all the help that we could get here. And we're probably going to do a one stop with both, I'm thinking. I'll see where Sainz starts. P7. Could I run a 2-stop with Sainz? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go hards for both. I'm going to just not risk it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to a Merlion with Sainz. Now I'm going to use probably... What do we got? How long have I got? I'm probably just going to use Street Shark on Perez. Come on. What can we do? Come on. So really, we are trying to do a one-stop with both. We're hoping that both drivers don't get absolutely caught up in a bit of a carnage and we actually get really close together. So we're kind of hoping that we get a bit lucky in this corner 1 and they all come out absolutely fine. And it is Sainz in P4 and Perez in P9. So can we get that better? Yes, we can. We're up to P2. P2 for Sainz in this race. Perez getting past the Aston Martin and the McLaren. And we are now into P7. That is a terrific start to the race here in Monza. And we've got Carlos Sainz in the Scuderia Ferrari ahead of us, but not for much longer. We move ourselves into P6. So P6, and just under a bit of pressure here from Verstappen, which will make us push a little bit more. And let's try and build that gap so we don't double stack. Who have we got ahead of us? It's Hamilton on the soft tyres. So we don't have to push too hard at the moment, but we could actually score some big points here in Monza. And not many people can easily do that. It is a very, very tough track. So out front, the Mercedes is going to be doing a 2-stop. There's no way they can do 3-5. That is for sure. As we come down the straight again. Then the rival is in. Rival pits early from P whatever they were. P5 I think they were. And we move up. So P2, P4 now. And the rival comes out in a lot of traffic, which is going to help us create that bit more of a gap. We've got a good gap between the drivers. That's all that matters here. Can we get this one stop absolutely working? Perez is coming down. And I think we can. I reckon we can do this quite nicely. Sainz has got great tyres. Hamilton pits. And he'll be struggling to do 5 hards if he goes on to the hards. He doesn't. He goes on to softs. And now we will get both drivers in. So, good stop needed. Hamilton has just come out behind us, so he's only about 3 seconds back. So we're still going to have to catch old Hamilton. Sainz is pushing. And we've pushed quite hard to try and get the gap early on. We're going to have to try and look after some power unit a little bit. Because, well, we need to attack later on, especially with Hamilton on the softs. Can we go 47 again? That is the question on everyone's lips. Can it be a fantastic start? There goes the Mercedes. That is going to be tough to catch, I will tell you now. Unless Carlos Sainz can bolt ahead. Remember, we're not expected to score 47s here. But we certainly are going to try. As we come out of the first 2 corners, it is P7 at the moment. Sainz catching, or trying to catch Hamilton. I don't think we're going to jump Hamilton here. I think we're too far behind with getting stuck behind Norris here as well. So, maybe not 47 in this race. We're certainly trying. We need that McLaren to pretty much pit though. As we come out of the final corner. And we're just a bit slower than everyone around us. There's the rival in the pits. We move up to P5. And yeah, you can see the gap at the moment. It is 12 seconds. So there is no chance that Sergio Perez comes out ahead of Hamilton. We are in for probably P1 and P3, maybe, I would say, in this race. Probably P4 as Verstappen. We're pushing with Sainz. He comes flying through. And now it's all going a bit pear-shaped because we've lost another position. Here's Hamilton in the pits now, just coming out as the Red Bull carries on. We're coming down the straight, still stuck behind Norris. Still stuck. And Hamilton's gone to mediums. So I think there's just nothing we can do here. Look how stuck we are. What is Norris on? Norris is going to pit this lap. That is going to leave us into P3 after these round of pit stops. We're trying to get the power unit, but as you can see, Hamilton's just gone off a little bit. There he is in the distance. Don't think we're going to catch him at all based on the levels that we've got. Sainz retakes the lead on the last lap. And McLaren pits, the Red Bull pits. And it's all on if we can catch Hamilton. But he's just coming out of turn 2. And I don't think we are going to catch him at all. We haven't got the power unit available to do so. And it's a good few seconds gap at the minute. Less than 3. But we're never going to catch that much, especially with a Series 12 AI on medium. So it looks like it is going to be a very solid 46 points here. And I tell you what, for a free-to-play account with this team score, I'll absolutely take that. That is solid. Not, I mean, great to be 47, but sadly we couldn't, and it's just 46. But still, 47 and 46 to start, and Monza can be a very, very difficult track. So basically a one stop on both drivers worked absolutely fine. So another good matchup. We'll just run you through what they are running, and it was Fernando Alonso level 8 rare and Carlos Sainz level 4, but a very good setup by the rival as well. 119 over 176, maybe just some strategy help for that rival. We move on then to Australia, and it's got a small percentage chance of the wet stuff. So let's see what we get in terms of weather. Now, if it does rain, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for us. It could be still very good. So there's a strong chance we can score good points, but we've got to be at our best yet again in this race. Real player, as we always get. Can we continue the scoring? We're going to start P7 and P16 for Perez. Weather is dry, but it's changing all the time. As you can see, look, it is every 30 seconds. So I'm going to go SAR, and on Sainz I'm going to go softs, but I'm going to stick on a Merlion and see if we can absolutely bolt from the P7 grid start. Let's see what we can do. Can we bolt through? We're going to use the pit start trick just because, well, I don't think it works massively anymore, but I still want it to help in my mind, and mentally it helps me. But we're into P6 already, and we're going to go through or nearly the middle of the Red Bull and Ferrari, and now we're into P4. Oh my god, I started Perez on softs. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was going to start him on mediums. Oh man, I've wrecked the strategy already here. Maybe we're going to have to be a bit more aggressive then. That is key. We're going to have to be aggressive on both drivers. And already, Carlos Sainz takes to the outside, gets into P2. And we're now approaching P1 if we can get it. Perez losing out though to the medium somehow. But we'll see if this works. Didn't mean it. So a big mistake when we're scoring well here. And I might pit this lap and get us out of traffic, because we're stuck in this as we do make a move. He's got okay tyres though, Perez. That's the thing. We could do a 2-3-3. Is there going to be rain in this race? We are definitely getting held up, so I'm going to pit this time round with Perez. He's definitely getting held up at the moment. We're going to come back for Sainz. Now, we've got no power unit to push, but we should run in clear air. And quite a bit of it. Or maybe not. No, we should still run in clear air, to be fair. As everyone comes out, we'll boost initially off the pits. We'll try and save some power unit. And we're just not going to catch the back just yet. We're not going to be far off it. Here they are. And Yuki Tsunoda looks so slow. And maybe this is going to be absolutely a failure. Wrong tyre choice, which is on me. And now we're starting to move through. And look how far Sainz is going to come out ahead of Perez here. And we are absolutely blocked in. Strategy, incorrect choice. We're into P22. It's not great at all. We're going to have to try and salvage points. We need some rain to spice it up, to get us out of trouble here. We are lapping pretty quick compared to people around us, but we've got a big gap and we're up to P17. That cornering really helping us escalate through. And you can see now we're on the back of the Williams, just getting blocked off a bit. Can we get past these? No, we're still getting blocked up. Come on, man. Now we're through. Where are we going to go to as a lot of people start to pit? P12, terrible. This is terrible. We have absolutely, if we were on the mediums, we would be absolutely laughing in this race because it's such a good strategy. And instead, we've got this. I'm not going to service. I'm going to hope for the best. But we have got absolutely carnage. Our score is going to get unbelievably reduced as we can't get past Kevin Magnussen. And it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare down under. Because we have wrecked the strategy completely. Slow pit stop as well it's going to be because of our pit time. Look at it, we're coming out near the back. What a terrible run. And look, we can't even get Sargent out of the pits. There's going to be no rain that's going to help us today. Look how far behind Perez is. Like, it is absolutely shocking. And he can't overtake people either. Come on, man. Come on, Sergio. Get your act together, or Red Bull are getting rid of you. Now we make a move into P16. Can we get P16? Not at the minute. Still got 2 laps. Can we get past Piastri in P15? And no, we can't. Still can't get through. Finally, we're through. And we're on the back of Daddy Boy Stroll. So Sainz has absolutely laughed it up out front. He's got no one near him. Perez just cannot get past at all. It is strategy disaster. What have we got ahead of us? A couple of people in the pits. It's not really going to matter too much because we're on lap 8. We're going to try and get into the top 12, which we do with Gasly overtake. Got Alonso ahead of us. And of course, we can't swing one through. But Sainz won. That's where we should have been. And sadly, it's not going to be where we are. Otherwise, we've scored absolutely brilliantly so far, apart from this race. And all because you've got to make sure you select the right tyres. But Perez comes home as P12. He had a shocker. He was up to like P10. We took the gamble. Did not work. It was a strategic disaster. Still got 37 points. It's no small feat. Level 4, level 6. And you can see decent setup as well for the rival. You can see the rival up P3. Did a 4-4. That's where we would have been. We would have been right up there, especially. But nope, not today. We had to try something different. It didn't work. So, final race of the video. It's the 4th race. It is from Hungary. We are hungry for the points. We need it after that race of a nightmare. We scored 47 first race, 46 the second, and 37 in the third. So not what we needed at all. But we've got good qualifying. We're going to make sure we select the right tyre this time. That is crucial. And what I'm going to do is just probably do a 4-4 with boost. I'm going to save some boosts now that we had that really big sort of error. Going to use ballast. And can we score good in this final part of the video? Let's find out, shall we? So, I don't think Perez appreciates me as his strategic engineer, that's for sure. Let's see how we do, though, in Hungary. And we're away and racing. We've got Sainz going through the middle. It is a bit carnage out there, and it is a very unlucky first corner because Sainz moves back to P9. It's Perez who comes through. And Sainz is going backwards quite literally. He's got the Hungary unluck because that's not how it goes all the time. And we're into P10. So we've kind of swapped the gains here. We're going to try and just do Perez on a 4-4. And we'll actually do Sainz on a 5-3, I think. That is probably going to be the best thing to do. Sainz is still attacking, even though we've got him on the medium, which is good. Rival's probably going to come past us because he's pushing softs. And yes, he's up to P11, the rival. Not too concerned about that at this stage. We'll come back. And Sainz loses another position. P12. What is going on? We are being hutched. Well and truly. But we're up to P3. And we're trying to just gain on Charles. As we come down the straight. Might be a dive up the inside. Not quite. So, Sainz now coming back at Alonso after that very woeful of a start. Can we find a way through? We're going to be very quick at the end. That's the difference. You can see here the Red Bull out front really holding up everybody. And we're going to take P2 and it's Max Verstappen. You've never heard them words before. Holding up people. We're going to pit this lap, come out for mediums. We're going to just try and sneak past if we can. And we've lost a position. How do we lose? What is going on in this game today? We're pushing and we lose positions. Sainz gets back up to P7. And Norris comes through. They're on the mediums. Well, they're on the softs. I mean, I'll give them a bit of leeway, maybe. Been a shocker. And now we're going to come around the final corner. A couple of cars go on with the mediums. We're going to come back to softs. Should get ahead of the Ferrari. No, we don't. Got slower pit time. And we come out in P8. And that might get a little bit better. If we can catch Leclerc. And we're nearly there. Sainz P4. He's going to be very quick on them softs. So is everybody else, though. And now we're stuck behind Charles. Is Charles on hards? Yes, he is. We need to get past Charles. As Sainz comes in and the leaders come in. Now we're past Charles Leclerc. Up to P7. Down the straight. We've got to get some power unit back, though. Sainz is going to be quick coming out the pits. Anyone else to pit yet? No, no one else to pit. So this could be tough. And we've already got Sainz. Nowhere. He hasn't got through. He's trying to get past Hamilton. And he has just got through. We've got Perez not burning too much. But Sainz now up to P6. Leclerc on the hard should be no match. And he's not. And now we close in on Norris. Can we get past Norris? Sainz closes in as well on the other Ferrari. And we're into P2. Sainz surely gets Sainz here as well. Yes, he does, into P4. Now, can we get P3? There is Lando. And we can, nice and easy. Where is the leader? Leader's on softs. Don't think we're going to catch Max. Don't think we're going to catch him at all. There he is, final corner. We need to have him a Hungary moment where he crashed on the way to the grid. That's what we need in this race. But the gap is 4 seconds. I think it's going to be a P2, P3, which is not. I mean, Australia is going to absolutely hurt us, but Perez will be fuming with our strategy. We have really cost him some big points. But he's going to be back to form in this race. He's going to be back to the big points. And as we come to cross the line here in Hungary, P2 for Perez, P3 for Sainz, and that is 45 points in the bag. Why Australia? Why did I pick the wrong tyres? It is... Yeah, we've rescued it a little bit. Let's get the disappointment out. Get it out of the system. Ready for tomorrow, where we go at it again. And we make up for it. It is level 7 for the rival. And decent car. Seen some decent setups today as well. But that's job done for this video. We have scored 175. So still not actually that bad. Considering we dropped massive points in race 3. There is no doubt that tomorrow, could we be in the top 10 mix? It's going to be tough, but there's no reason why we can't score massive points. We are there or thereabouts at the minute. Let me know down below, how many points did you score? Are you happy with your round? And come back tomorrow for final round.